Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Brainbender. Ooh, I like the sound of this one already. As we continue our trek through the Game Boy vault, we come across a commingling of two of the best aspects of the Game Boy. On one side, puzzle games, a genre that the Game Boy not only excelled at, but had several exemplars in the genre overall. And on the other, games that absolutely nobody has ever heard of, just sort of appearing on shelves of Toys R Us and inviting you to try them out. And most importantly, I love puzzle games, and I love games I've never heard of, so you can imagine how excited I am for this one. So with that out of the way, let's get into the details. The game was released in November of 1991, right around the time when the Game Boy was transitioning from new technology into the big hot handheld that everyone wanted a piece of, and some really great games were coming out for it. It was developed by Gremlin Interactive, a company that was quite prolific in the 90s, with a pretty wide assortment of game releases, from Mickey Mouse to Body Harvest. And the publishers were fairly well known as well, at least on this show, Electro Brain. It's funny, Electro Brain haven't had that many game releases over the years, but counting this game, we've now looked at every single one of the Game Boy published games except for one. Your move, Go-Go Tank. The box art is, oh my god, the greatest thing I have ever seen in my life. It has it's just a masterpiece. It's like the 90s distilled down into one single beautiful box. I never saw this one on shelves, but I guarantee you that if I had, I would have begged my parents for it. So, what the heck is this game anyway? Let's get our brains blasted with Brainbender. Electro Brain presents... Ooh, fancy. Brainbender. Come on, give me some music, please. Oh, they're just showing off now. There's no sound. There's nothing. Whatever this game is, I'll do it in medium. Yes. Go. There we go. Okay, so what are we doing? It's cursor-based. What? Okay, I can turn the knobs. There's a saw up there? What is that? And there's a laser. Wait a sec. Oh, I think I already see what's going on here. Aha! Aha! It's one of these games, isn't it? Alright, I am fully on board. What do you mean I ran out of time? Restart. What do you mean not enough points for a restart? Whoa, back up. What do you mean not enough points? How dare you? Okay, so this is a game where it's like rearranging... You see this in RPGs all the time, rearranging mirrors to reflect a laser. I'm gonna turn this one that way, and this one that way, and boom. Well done. Why, thank you. I guess this is where you start doing aha, like this. So you have to make sure... There we go. What? Why does... I'm confused about the timer. Oh god, you have to... Ooh, hang on. Oh, what? Okay, I think I see what's going on here. If the laser reflects back at itself, you lose a significant amount of time. Like, look on the right. Look how slow that's going down. Now watch what happens when I do this. Yeah. Okay, so your goal is to not burn out the laser. I'm probably gonna lose this one. Okay, we just barely made it. I do like these mirror adjusting puzzles, but some of the rules in this one are not really gelling well with me. So it's better to go around like this. Got it. Uh-huh. There we go. Alright, yeah, I'm starting to get this game. I think one of my favorite examples of games like this, are just in a game. Tales of Symphonia, one of my favorite RPGs, did a whole dungeon based on this. Ooh, a light bulb. Oh, stop it, please. Thank you. So it's better to go from the end to the start. The problem is having to pay my points to continue kind of sucks. I think that's a really bad game mechanic because all it does is discourage playing around, doesn't it? And with puzzle games, playing around is like paramount. Oh, and it won't even... Okay, you have to hit all the light bulbs. Hang on, I want to check something really quick. How long is this game? Well, that changes things. This game has 120 stages. For some reason, I thought it was, like, gonna be really short. But no, they actually loaded up with a whole lot of, gameplay. I like that. It's not a bad game. I do dig this kind of game, but it's a little, is the word I've chosen to describe it. It's doing a lot of stuff well, but there's definitely some questionable design in here. Again, the main one being the points. And I wonder if the easy, medium, hard is just like how much time you have. That's a lovely little jingle. Again, I'm also just not a big fan of spending your points to actually continue. Especially for a puzzle game, the more I think about it. Wait, stop! Oh god. I could definitely see getting a lot of fun out of this game, but at the same time, I could see a lot of frustration from some of the mechanics. Although I guess since we have so many points going now... Oh, God, what is this nightmare? Since we have so many points, we should be able to restart easily. This is gonna work somehow. And boom. Alright, my many years of moving mirrors and lasers have finally paid off. Oh, I used to do this a lot in Incredible Machine. There's something just very viscerally satisfying about arranging things. It's like, oh god, it's almost a cozy kind of genre. Like, cozy games are all the rage right now. Why don't we see a return to these kind of games? Wait, does Talos Principle count? I think there's some Talos Principle. No! I feel like Talos Principle has some gameplay like this. Did that count? I'm a genius! It's obviously... Oh god, no. It's far from the best puzzle game I've played on the Game Boy, obviously. And I could totally see someone being like, well, for example, right now, I have to pay my points to restart? That sucks. But you know what? I could also see people getting really into this. I mean, I am. Like I said, arranging mirrors... It's just like a video game staple. I'm not entirely sure why. That's just how things went, I guess. Well, was your brain sufficiently bent? Moving and turning mirrors to reflect a laser is a staple of gaming, but one that's always appeared as a minor game mechanic in other games. This is the first time I've experienced it being front and center in a game, and I gotta say, for the most part, it worked. The Game Boy was a perfect home for these quick-thinking puzzle games, and given the time limit you were on, it found that perfect balance between being a chill, enjoyable puzzle game, but also having the moments of panic and excitement that keep the game fresh. Plus, with the large amount of levels and the variety they were showing in just a few stages, it made for a really fun game, one that's hard to put down once I started playing it. But as much as I enjoyed the game, I do have to bring up the very odd choice they made to have continues tied to your points. I get that you want to incentivize doing well on the levels, but it kind of feels like you're punishing players for a standard difficulty curve for puzzle games. And especially with how quickly things could go wrong, it added a level of frustration that I don't think was needed. Then again, it does give us more incentive to learn how to play the game, and there is a password system, so it's not as bad as it could be. I guess that issue comes down more to personal preference than actually objectively bad. So in the end, I really liked this game, even with the odd points system. I think the world really was ready for a mirror rearranging mechanic to be the focus of a game. So if you're in the mood for a fun puzzle game and don't have a problem with game overs, then Brainbender is the way to go. And for further information on mirror rearrangement, please consult literally any video game ever. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe to follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm Brian J, and I'll see you next time.